Welcome into Fantasy AI. Moving on. All right, welcome back to the computer room. Today we're going to look at the second tier running backs. Second tier running backs can be very important, especially if you go zero running back strategy. Or, hey, it could end up being your best running back, the second running back you take. But all right, second tier running backs. We're looking at the running backs 11 through 20 is what we mean. So everybody talks about the top 10, want to know about the top 10. Today we're going to talk about the 11 through 20, right? So last year, the top 10 in standard scoring averaged 15.1 a game. Tier 2 running backs last year in standard scoring averaged 12.02. So there is a drop off, obviously, from top 10 to tier 2, but just as important at tier, some for zero running backs, like I said, might be your first running back, or that second running back might make the difference. So last year, some of the second tier running backs were, this is consensus rankings going into the draft last year. J.K. Dobbins was 11, I suppose. Coming in 11, Dameon Pierce was 12th. See the ones here: Aaron Jones, Alexander Madison, Ramondre Stevenson, Miles Sanders. Everybody couldn't wait to get him. James Conner, Jahmyr Gibbs, Najee Harris, and Rashard White were the tier 2 running backs from last year's consensus rankings going in. Well, J.K. Dobbins finished 106th. All right, that didn't work. Dameon Pierce finished 46th. Whew. Aaron Jones finished 37th. Madison 36th. Ramondre 35. And Miles Sanders 54. Now I know what you're thinking. You're just ready to give up on this tier 2. Stick to either first round or not at all, but it gets a little better. Connor finished 15th. Coming out of here. Gibbs finished 12th. And Najee finished 20th. And Rashard White 8th. So towards the end it did. Now, that doesn't mean that, hey, next year let's just take all the ones to the end of this tier. I mean, hey, flip a coin, But anyway, you can see how that scoring went. Well, let's look at the top 10 real quick. This was the top 10 last year in consensus rankings, right? Well, you had, imagine that, Christian McCaffrey finished first. And Robinson, we didn't like it, finished 9th, right? And you can see he was this was the rank by the came in last year. So Robinson was ranked 2nd. You can see Austin Eckler, ranked 3rd, finished 28th. That wasn't good. Barkley finished 13th outside the top 10. Pollard finished 18th out top. Henry finished inside. And then Jacobs finished outside. Of course, Chubb finished outside. So, and Mixon and Etienne did finish in. So it's 50-50. So, hey, with the second tier was only 60-40. So only 4 of the 10 hit. But this, so you can't just go crazy on who's in and who's out, right? It could go either way on this tier. And the tier before, really. Running back tier 1, it could go 50-50. So what's this tell us? We don't want to reach for our players, right? Can be any of these 10 in this tier could go off, right? So no reaching. And this is some of the rules. If you haven't seen my rule videos, go back and look. But no reaching, no favorites. You're not trying to pick the one. That's one of my rule number 1 is you don't pick. You can't decide between 2 players. Which one's better? You don't pick. You pick the one that comes to you and let them fall to you. The cheapest, best bargain. That's how you decide. All right? So there's a relook at the tier 2 from last year. So let's keep that in mind as we go through this next tier. All right? So, as the players come on from the FantasyAI data center, taking the field, the subscribers are looking on. All right, getting ready for the show. Big show. And let's get started here then. So, welcome in. I got the 60 running backs from consensus rankings ranked here in the middle. From Brees Hall. All from ETN here. You see, just so comparison. But today we're going to be looking at, let's get it right about right there. We're going to be looking at this level. James Cook's up first. All right. And Josh Jacobs. That's the 11th and 12th. So you can see James Cook here comes in, finished 11th last year. And they got him ranked 11th. See, he had 1,122 yards rushing. But the big thing on him was that receiving number. All right, 4 for 4, 5. Got some receiving from Cook there, did good. You know, you go over and look at his team. He got nobody. Ray Davis, the rookie, he ranked 56th behind him. But James Cook, you know, look at those good games last year. He had the receiving's what really carried him. Came in for the 10th. But, hey, you know, they kind of liked him last year. So the other one up is Josh Jacobs. Look at him again over here. He look at those touches. He had the 3rd best touches per game. All right. You can see he's currently ranked 12th. Finished 25th. All right. So we're going to look at Josh Jacobs here. You can see he didn't play the end. That's what really read him down the fantasy rankings there. But you can see here. Team got the Marshawn Lloyd behind him. We've talked about that. I really think that to review Josh Jacobs, hey, don't forget 2 years ago he led in the NFL. Should have fewer boxes here at Green Bay, right? And the money's all up front, so they're not going to try to keep him there for 4 years, right? And that plays back into my thinking here that Marshawn Lloyd, who's on a 4-year rookie deal, boy, they, you know, love him to come on in that 3rd and 4th year, right? Well, they'll use Josh Jacobs up those first 2 years and just cut him loose. But we're hoping Josh Jacobs and better offense, better surrounding. We don't like the 32nd schedule, but anyway, moving on. How about A-Chain? Coming on next. We see Devin A-Chain. Well, the big problem there is, let me find the Miami. Bring up Mostert too, right? So that in Miami, it's the full nest syndrome, right? Well, you can see right last year, A-Chain had the 42nd ranked touching per games per average. It's terrible. He just wasn't getting the ball. Well, how can he? Because got to keep Mostert over here with 28, you know. And don't forget down here at the bottom of the list, we got Jalen Wright coming in. So just the problem with A-Chain's the full nest deal, right? Well, we go over and look at him. He did finish 22nd last year in fantasy, right? Scoring. He's had that big games missing in the middle there. So part of the thing there is he's been lining up at different positions as far as receiver, right? Adding muscle to try to better avoid injury. And the coach speak is, he spent, and this is coming from just recent article, zero time forecasting who I think's best in the running back room. They're going to let the competition decide. And he hopes to incorporate A-Chain in a more diverse manner. So all that's talking about lining up at receiver and doing all that is just talking about how to fit him in with that crowded backfield with Mostert here. 2nd in scoring last year. Let's not forget that he was 2nd in scoring. Look at all those points. So he's not just going to fall away and go into a hole. You know, he's got a new 2-year deal. So they're keeping him. You know, hey, he's on board. So you got A-Chain there. Well, let's move on to a couple of the others in this range, right? I'll rank them at the end. We got Walker and Joe Mixon coming in. So Kenneth Walker finished 17th. You know, so ranked 14th, about right in the range. What I don't like about him, of course, is all this sharing talk with Zach Charbonnet. Man, I don't really love that the team was 28th in rushing. Got Geno coming back another year here. I mean, eventually this Sam Howell's going to get in there, I think, as the quarterback. But right now it's Geno. So, they, of course, got great receivers here. Metcalf, JSN, Lockett. Everything's great there. But I can't get past the sharing deal with these two. So, got him down on Lynch. How about Mixon? Talked about him. Hey, he's coming in, new team. That Houston, great 12th offense last year. Well, the 22nd rush team last year. That isn't as good. And like I said, the focus here is C.J. Stroud, the receivers, more of the passing here. So I don't know. And then look at those tough schedules. They had tough schedules all around. I'm a little down, fading Houston this year, right? Well, moving on. How about some others in this rating? Rashard White and Zamir White. Got the White brothers here. Not brothers, not related. But first of all, right here, Rashard White. I mean, look at that. They got this Bucky Irvin coming in, but Rashard White did great. Look at all those games above 10 with that receiving yardage. You know, finished 8th last year. Hey, they did get this new center to help improve. You know, we're going to see if that helps out. And they, first of all, Mike Evans, got him going. Chris Godwin. So they still got enough around him. And got to improve on that 30-second rushing. But receiving keeps him in the game, right? Well, what about Zamir White? He's taken over this year, right? Josh Jacobs is on to Green Bay. Well, they were the 30th team in rushing. Bad offense. Bad all around. Now, he does have a little bit better schedule there in 13th. It's the upper half, right? So you can see he came in here at the end. I guess that's what they're excited about. But let's not forget about those games at the beginning. He wasn't pushing his way in. All right? Now, that is one of the things we like about Vegas, is they do give that top running back a lot of carries. So that's one thing going in his favor. But I just, hey, that's a lot, putting a lot of hope in an unproven person here. All right? And he's coming in here, ranked 17th, above people like 18th, Kamara, and Montgomery at 19th. That's just crazy. You'll see that in my rankings here in a little bit, but that's just crazy to think. So we look at Alvin Kamara, 6th in touch rank last year. Do you see that? They were giving him the ball. Remember, let's go into his weekly. He was out those first 3 games. Had to sit out, missed a game, and still averaged 12.2 per game. So when he was in there, they're giving him the ball. The offense runs through him. And really no different this year. Now, something interesting about him. He did get the 7 seasons, 5 Pro Bowls. That's pretty good. Never rushed for the 1,000 yards. Got a new coordinator, Kubiak, going to try to get him that this year. But in this range, I just love Alvin Kamara. Proven 5 Pro Bowls, easy 9th schedule, right? On a team, hey, we're hoping they're looking up. Got Chris Olave there, maybe to Shaheed. Nothing, Kendra Miller, no. He's ranked 54th. Did Mr. MIA Jamar Williams here? So, anyway, he's in the bottom here, or in this tier. Montgomery. Hey, there's no secret I like him, right? If you watch my videos, I love him. Look at that, 13.8, 4th highest average, right? Just a touchdown a game. I won't go into him because I've been through it so much, but I just love David Montgomery. He's a touchdown back on the 3rd team offense. Going to be a great offense again. Just so many weapons here. Laporta, Amon St. Brown, Gibbs, I just love Montgomery and his touchdown a game. All right. So, and some bottom ones here. We got Ramondre and James Conner down here. All right. And you can see fantasy finish for Ramondre last year was 35. All right. Just no touchdowns to go around there. You can see James Conner had 9 on a better offense, I suppose. Then New England just bottom. You get nothing there. 35th to finish in fantasy. 20th schedule coming in. You just nothing behind Gibson. Well, Antonio Gibson, they brought him in, paid him some money, but just the team 30th team in offense that's going to stay that way. I just no, don't like him. Connor, I love over here. Look at this. I mean, he averaged 13.4 a game when he was in there. Missed those games, right? But look at those games. Those are explosive, good games when he's healthy. You get Kyler Murray back, right? Helping out there. You got the new hot rookie, Marvin Harrison Jr., excitement on the team. But you look here, team was 4th in rushing last year. And that wasn't all because of Kyler Murray. Remember, he missed games. So they do tend to run the ball. Ooh, what about this Trey Benson here? They got him already ranked up to rank 36. That's just crazy. I mean, James Conner's proven. I don't see that. But anyway, I love some James Conner. So that's pretty well. Oh, we still got Najee here. Now we talked about Pittsburgh, that #1 schedule. We just love Pittsburgh here. #1 rushing schedule, easy. Now you got 2 of them to choose from, Najee and Warren, right? Well, we're going to choose whichever's the cheapest, right? That's how we do it here. So that might be different rounds, obviously. I mean, Warren's going to go cheaper, but it's cheap per relative value and how we value them. Right? That's how we draft. So there we go. So we kind of went through them here. Well, let's go and tally them up how I like them. So we saw who's in this range, and now I'm going to rank them for you real quick. I like David Montgomery. In fact, he's in my top 10. Touchdown a game. Just love him. They're just crazy putting him down at 19. Did they forget that he was #4 average last year? Touchdown a game. Yes, Gibbs is in there. Yes, Jahmyr Gibbs is in there. But hey, you know what? It isn't like they're switching out the old veteran. They've got defined roles there, and his is the touchdown back role on one of the best offenses. Just love him. Josh Jacobs. You saw that he was 3rd on that games carries per average. They're going to give him the ball again this year here in Green Bay. Going to get the rock. Don't worry about that rookie. They're going to use him up. Next up, I like Rashard White. Multi-dimensional, the receiving game, the running game. Finished 8th in scoring last year. No competition. Oh, I know there's the rookie Buckley, but it'd be a while. I like Rashard White here. Really do. So James Cook would be next for me. I like him. Things going on. A lot of kind of transitioning in Buffalo. So we'll have to see there. I like him, but maybe not as well as those other 3 above him. Ooh, Kamara. Now let's not sleep on him. He's all the way down to the ranked 18th. If I can get him cheap, and some people are sleeping on him, I'm going to like him too. All right? Well, that's true of all of these. All right, above here. James Conner, right, comes in. I love him too. I think they're going to have good Kyler Murray back. Got the receiver. Going to be focused on Harrison Jr., how he's doing. I'm not worried about that rookie. I like Conner here. Good bargain there. They're going to give me a bargain. Mixon's up next. I'm not as high on Mixon. That's just because I'm a little down on Houston. I'm worried about the team. Tough schedules all around in Houston. A little bit, if a team can have a sophomore slump, I think they might come back down a little. I hope people bid up all those Houston players. And then I'm going to sit back and take the other people that they're not taking. All right, how about A-Chain? I don't have him as high. I'm worried about the full nest. There's just too many mouths to feed there, let alone Tyreek Hill and Waddle in the receiving squad. Just too much. And injury prone. So I'm not as high on A-Chain. Kenneth Walker, not as high on him. I think they're going to do some sharing. Just really hasn't shown me. And I'm not too hyper about how the team's going to turn out. So I ain't thrilled about them. Najee Harris, right? I like him. but on him and Warren, we're just going to take whichever comes cheaper. Now, like Najee here, if these are all scratched off and every time he comes to me cheap, I'll take him. He might too. They'll be worried about Warren. Najee might go cheap. Warren probably won't go as cheap. But, all right, and next up, Stevenson, not too high on the team. It's just a team. Not where you're going to get any scoring on that team. Rookies all around. No wide receivers even ranked. No scoring. And last, I'd have White here. Just unproven. I'm not going to put a 17th pick into something that on a sketchy team. I don't know how they're going to do, and no. So anyway, that's my rankings there. Let's just remember, you don't reach. You don't pick your favorites. And the secret is that these are my rules if you go back and want to see my rules. But you don't pick. When you're sitting there deciding, which guy's better, which one, it's how they fall to you is how you decide. All right? You let the players fall to you, whatever's the best bargain. You go into the draft. You're using the consensus rankings, but you know who you like, and you pick the people you like as they're coming to you. You don't pick them several picks ahead, rounds ahead or anything crazy because you like them. Anyway, all right. If you're liking what you're seeing, please hit that like and subscribe button. Hit that subscribe. Hit that like button. Give me some likes. Put some work into this. Give me that subscribe. Go work to find that subscribe button and hit it. All right. Thank you. See you next show. No shorts.